Okay, hopefully this is coming through. So this is something I thought I'd try. I've never done it before. This is Asteroids, and I'm going to do this live speed coding, and I'm going to do some turtle graphics. So nothing too fancy, just going to keep it simple, and we'll see how it goes. A quick shout out to my channel members, Kevin and Paul, who've made it to their 5th month. Thank you so much. And in the 4-month category, Kim Shiong, Uli Bogdan, and Jan. And our paddles, Eric, Hassan, Chris, Old School Coder, check out his channel. John B, and our snakes, Darren E, King Monk, Angel C, and Chum. No invaders, so I guess the members have ended, and it's just the team that we have is the team we're going to go with. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at Asteroids. And again, this is not something, this is not a tutorial per se. This is just something I wanted to try to do some live coding. And hello to everybody that's entering the chat. Again, I'm not going to be responding. I'm going to be doing some speed coding. So if we look here, this is what the original Asteroids looks like. Yeah, I'm going to try and do as much as I can. I doubt I'll do the little spaceships, but I'll definitely do the player. I'm just going to start with some circles and go from there. And use some classes and some different things that you may not have seen before. Again, speed coding, I'm not going to explain everything I'm doing, but I will stop from time to time and just kind of make a few comments. So hello to everyone who is in the room. So I'm going to go ahead and import turtle, because I do love my turtle module. And I'm going to create my window. And turtle.turtle. Again, this is just kind of an experiment. My students are actually starting their final project tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. And so I thought it'd be interesting to see what I could do in just 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever I got here tonight. Asteroids by at Tokyo EdTech. That is me. And I do have slow chat on, so I didn't have 1,000 chat comments coming through. It's going to distract me. What else? Win.setup. I want to change the screen size. I'm just going to make this like kind of an old school 800 by 600 window, and I'm going to do down here, I'm going to do win dot, what is it, main loop. I haven't done any coding. I know I've been offline for a while, so yeah, I do apologize. I've been busy. Got an error. Oh, Jesus. Back. Is that BG color? Back color? Did I spell something wrong? BG color. What am I doing wrong here? This is not a good start. Yeah, well. Oh, duh. This is what happens when I try and talk and type. It's turtle.screen. Duh. Okay, and there is my window, and let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a class. And this is something you may not have seen before. And again, I'm going to get a lot of questions. I'm not going to be answering questions unless it's specifically about something I'm typing on the screen. So I'm going to be making a Sprite class, and as this is speed coding, I'm going to see how fast I can do. And my sprites are going to have self.x. Oops, been doing a little bit too much Java lately. Self.y equals 0. Self.dx equals 0. Self.dy equals 0. I think, no, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to do self.heading. Heading equals 0. Self.dx equals 0. Self.dy equals 0. This is just some physics stuff. So self. So then we need to have a render method. Oh, we're going to need to have a shape of some sort. Okay, self.shape. I'm just going to make make the default shape a square. Very exciting. And self and pen. And I'll get to that in a second. Pen. And my renders, let's see, pen.go to self.x, self.y, pen.shape equals self.shape, and pen.color. Ooh, I should do color, self.color. Although everything's going to be white, but we'll go ahead. Self.color equals white. And it's a kind of gray, actually. They're asteroids. Self.color and pen.stamp. I think that's what I want to do. Alrighty. And I haven't made the pen yet. So, yeah. So, thanks, everybody. Yeah, thanks. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. And again, sorry I'm not responding. Yeah, I'm just going to try and speed code this. And let's just, I got to go up. I got to create a pen at some point here. So, pen equals turtle. and it's pen.penup, pen dot, what is it? What else I gotta do with the pen? I think that's it. Pen.speed 0. And let's see here. So let's see if that runs. No, of course not. Yeah, pen equals turtle.turtle. Somebody asked earlier what keyboard am I using, and it is an old Microsoft 2000, the best keyboard ever made, and then they stopped making them, and mine's dying. I bought it in Romania about 12 years ago, and I love this keyboard, but I can't find one just like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do class. Let's just do the player first, and the player is a sprite, and we're gonna go def 2 underscores init self. For now, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I'm gonna say, and we're gonna initialize the parent class init. Oh, happy Easter, by the way, everybody. Sorry, I actually forgot it was Easter because I live in Japan. It's not a big thing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and create a player. So create instances. Yes, capital T. Yeah, I know, I missed that. This is what happens when you talk and type. It's always a bad thing. And again, there's a lot of questions going on. Hopefully other people can answer them. So player equals player. Let's just see what, oh, and then we gotta do player dot render with the pen. Okay. Player is not defined. Player equals player. Geez. Capital P. Somebody I'm surely will point out there. Player object has no render. Why did I do that? Okay. Yeah, like I said, speed coding was kind of is an experiment. I've never really done it before. But yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. There is now my player. Very exciting. Now the player, of course, needs to have a different shape. So player.shape is going to equal a triangle. Triangle. So let's go ahead and test that. And Jesus, yeah, I'm going to stop talking. And yeah, I'm in Japan, so it is 7:37 p.m. on Sunday. Okay, so there's my player. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do an update method. And we got render. Let's do update. So def update self. Self.x plus equals self.dx, self.y plus equals self.dy. And okay, and then how am I going to do that? I'm going to convert that to, how do I want to do this? No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, self.heading. Well, let's leave it like that for now. It's definitely wrong. I gotta fix it. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do that. Anyway, so let's try here. Let's make a loop here while true. This is gonna be our main loop. So I'm gonna say player.render and player.move. Yeah, let's go ahead and give our player a little bit of speed. So player.dx equals 1, player.dy equals 1. And get rid of render now because it's in the main loop. Let's see what happens. Okay. I always forget that. Alrighty. Probably got to be a better way to do this. Yeah, Mr. Eats, you're not wrong, buddy. Not wrong. That's update, not move. And this is why you should plan things and not do speed coding like I'm doing. Now that's pretty funky. So it's kind of moving off up to the right, which is what I expected. But you can see how it's writing over itself. So we also have to do at the end here win.update. Win.update. And up here. Well, I know people watch live coding, and I always wonder why. So I'm curious, yeah, what the reasoning would be. Oh, wow, that's fast. Okay, so it just flew off the screen. I also forgot pen.clear. Clear. Okay, so I'm going to update the screen. Clear everything the pen did. Okay, so until we update it, we don't actually see this pen.clear happen. So let's try that. Yeah, whoa, that's really fast. Okay, let's try 0.1. Now, if you're on a Mac, 1's probably really good. If you're on Linux or Windows, Python runs a lot faster. So you'll see it. I can't get it on screen. There you go. It kind of flew off. I get 0.01. That's going to be slow, but we'll leave it for now. Okay. And you can see now my spaceship is moving. Okay, thanks, Mr. Eats. I wasn't sure about that. And Beck, nice to see you. Yeah, you've been commenting recently, so thanks. I appreciate that. Okay, so the player does move. Now, of course, the player's not moving how we want it to. So let me think about this for a second. So I'm going to put this back, get rid of that. And, okay. Let's get the player rotate left here. So player def rotate left self dot heading. That's going to be plus. And notice how rotating left is plus. I'm going to make it 30 is what I usually do. Now it's a little bit different to how Asteroids works, but we'll leave it like that for now. Rotate right. And we'll say self.heading minus equals 30. So let's try that. And I need to do keyboard binding. Keyboard bindings. So win.listen and win.on key press. Let's see, is it? Let's see, left, and then player.rotate left. And win.on key press right. Now I can't remember if this is the right order, so we'll see. Rotate right. Alright, let's get a roll here. See what happens. Yeah, okay, so this is probably backwards. And left means left arrow, just if you haven't done this before. And right's going to be right arrow. Notice the capitalization. Capital. It's really picky about that. You'd think it would figure it out, but it does not. Okay, and in my render method, I forgot to do pen.set heading to self.heading. And let's see here. Okay, so it is rotating left and right. I am happy. Hello, Anil. And Jasu, let's say, sorry, I can't pronounce that correctly right now. I will post this in my GitHub. This is again, this is live. I'm doing it right now. So yeah, it's not there yet, but it will be once this is done. So okay, so in about 5 minutes we got this set up. Now we need to be able to move forward. So I want to make a new function in the player class. I don't want this because this isn't going to happen for the other characters, the asteroids. So accelerate self, and this is a little bit of math. So let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, so acceleration. So I need to calculate. All right, this is math, so I'm going to have to import math. And self.heading. So acceleration in x equals math.sine times math.radians self.heading. And acceleration y equals math.cosine. And I'm guessing at this, it could be backwards, radians self.heading. And this is just some geometry. And then so then dx, self.dx plus equals ax. And I could combine these lines, but I'm trying to make it clear. dy plus equals ay. All right. And accelerate. And I need to set the key binding for that. Player.accelerate. I'm going to use the up arrow for that naturally. And let's bring that up here. You can still rotate. Okay. Okay, see how that went off the screen? Jeez. Okay. Times 0.1. So, again, if you're on Mac, you probably won't need to do this times 0.1 thing. I'm just going to play around with the numbers for a little bit here. Oh, geez. And also it went the wrong way, so it's going to be, this is going to be cosine, and this is going to be sine, I think. I used Sublime once a long time ago. Okay. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool. Now it's a little hard to tell which direction it's facing, but you get the idea. And now we're flying off the screen. So let's go ahead and deal with that. And I want to put this in the Sprite class. I want all the sprites to wrap around, at least for now. So if self.x is greater than 400, because the width is 800, self.x equals negative 400. Now if self.x is less than 400, negative 400, my students do that all the time. Self.x equals 400. And it's an easy mistake to make because I just made it, but it should also be an easy one to figure out. It's greater than 300 because it's 600 tall. Self.y equals 300. Ooh, negative 300. Negative 300. And if self.y is less than negative 300. Self.y equals 300. Alrighty, let's give this a shot. Yeah, dual screens are very helpful. I have one myself. Okay, so let's see what happens. I'm going to accelerate. And yes, we're wrapping around. I'm going to try and go back the other way. Yes. Okay, it's going really fast. And I'm going to go up. Okay, and the last one, I'm going to test them all. Okay. Alright, I am happy with this. So I got asteroids. Sweet. Well, that was pretty exciting. Oh, the one thing I didn't figure out. Oh, well, we'll let that go. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and make some asteroids. So, class, asteroid. And it is also a sprite. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to define init and self. And we're going to initialize the parent class. Now, yes, I know about super. I just don't use it. I think this is a little bit clearer for new people. Self.shape equals circle. And we're going to make the asteroid circles. Go figure. Okay, let's go ahead and make an asteroid. So asteroid equals asteroid. And we'll say asteroid.dx equals, I don't know, let's just make it 0.3. And asteroid.dy equals negative 0.2. And in my loop, I need to render and update the asteroid. So asteroid.render and asteroid.update. And this works really well just because they're all sprites. So all sprites have the same update method. They're all going to wrap around the screen, except maybe the UFOs, but I won't get to those tonight. But they're all going to render the same way as well. So let's go ahead and run that. Let's see if we got, okay, we got an asteroid, and okay, it is really fast. So that's, and again, if you're on Mac, that number is going to be way too slow. Yeah, Linux is way faster. It's the fastest. This is not a particularly fast machine, but yeah, it's something else. The difference in the speed. Mac's just so slow. Why Mac? Why? Actually, I should say that the new M1s are really fast. Coding made easy. I have not tried the Walrus operator. I'm curious about that one. It's on my list. Okay, so I'll make that 0.1, 0.02, because it's just moving way too fast. There we go. And that's more what we want. Okay, so there. So I want to be able to shoot this asteroid. I want to be able to collide with the asteroid. So let's think about this. I'm probably not going to play with the sizes today. I just wanted to get this started. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some of these things fixed. Okay, so we're going to create a player. I've created an asteroid. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of sprites. And right now it's going to be very simple. I'm going to say sprites equals, we only got 2, player and asteroid. And then down here, we hate repeated code, so you know, render and update. So for sprite in sprites, sprite. Again, I'm very excited. My students are starting their final project for my class tomorrow, and they are allowed to do anything they want. It could be a game, could be an app, whatever they want to do. They got a month to do it, so it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so nothing's changed, but I just put it into a list so that I can start adding an arbitrary number of objects. My students are grade 11 and grade 12. They're high school students for this particular class. Okay. All right. Coming along well. All right. Next thing up is I'm gonna make a missile. So class missile, and it is a sprite. So def init self sprite dot init self dot shape. And it's also going to be, let's see what we got. We got squares, circles, triangles, arrows. What's the other one? It's like a missing one. Turtle. So we'll make the missiles, yeah, we'll just make them circles. Doesn't matter. The other thing with missiles is missiles are much smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this render method and put this into my missile class, because I want the missile to be rendered a little bit different. Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it that way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a little bit more general. I think this will be smarter. I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to say self dot, what would we call that? This is what it's called when you enlarge something. Size? that's really, what the heck is I going to call this? Self dot, I have a word for it, but it's lost my mind. This is what happens when you speed code when you're tired. It's been a very long weekend. A very long week, to be honest. But a good week. It was good. A lot of good stuff happened this week. So self dot. Okay, I'm just gonna say size and equals 1.0. So let's see. Pen.shape size, and it's going to be self.size, and 0, I think is what I want there. Okay. And then what I can do is for the missile, self.size equals, we'll say 0.2. And let's see if that works. Missile equals missile. And let's make the missile color yellow, just so we can see it. And, well, no, we'll keep it white, just like the original game. Or gray, I guess. And then in my thing, missile. Alright, let's try this, see what happens. Okay, so we don't really see anything. Okay, and there's the missile. Okay, so it is there. Okay. Now, of course, we don't want it to be there all the time, so that's we got to program that. So let's go ahead and get the missile working. I'm kind of curious about this one. See how I'm going to do this. Okay, so missile. Yeah, I'm going to have to copy the render method, I think. Nope. Okay, we'll go up to Sprite. Self.active equals true. And we will only render if self.active so I want to try and put as much as possible into this Sprite class so it applies to everything. And then if self.active, then we'll render and update it. Yeats. Sorry, I'm not really reading all the comments, so I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up. Hopefully everybody's being nice. Okay, and the missile. Okay, so when the missile starts, it's not going to be active. Okay, so say self.active equals false. Because what I want to happen is when the missile you start the game, there shouldn't be a missile on the screen. But when I run the game and I push the space bar, the missile should fire. So, and say def fire self. So if self.active, if not active, self.active equals true, self.goto player.x, player.y. If this works, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Self.heading equals player.heading and self. Okay, this I need to dx this one. Okay, I need this again. And so I'm going to actually calculate the dx here a little. Instead of ax, I'm going to call this dx and dy. So self.dx, self.dy. And let's give the missile a speed times, well, right now we'll try 1 times 1. It might be too fast. And let's try it. So win.onKey press. Missile.fire, and that should be space. I think it's capitalized. Possibly not, though. Yeah, I've already mentioned this. My students are in high school. They're grade 11, grade 12. Java. Yeah, I might do that sometime. Sweep. I already have a tutorial of how to make a simple platformer in using the turtle. Check my channel. Okay, space is not correct. It is small s. This is not correct. It is small s. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, no missile, and let's go ahead and fire it. Okay, well, it's there. It's a start. Missile has no attribute go to. Duh. Okay, missile. Can't do go to. Missile, yeah. So self.x equals player x. Yeah, I get confused sometimes with the turtle stuff and my own class stuff. Self.y, player.y. Okay, let's try that again. And so hopefully I can hit spacebar and it fires. Sweet. Now you notice how it's still firing. Yeah, Coding Maze, I tested this one earlier. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, you can see how the missile, I'm going to have the missile just die at the edge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy the update method. And update, yeah, put update in here for the, just for the missile, because I want the missile's behavior to be a little bit different. I'm going to say self.active equals false. And I know I can combine this into multiple methods, but you know, into one line. I can combine this into one line, but I'm just going to be lazy about it. So when the missile goes off the screen, it's done, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, and oh, okay, sweet. Okay, I guess the next thing is to deal with the collisions. Yeah, let's check it out. Sprite. Let's see here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this collision thing, I'm going to use a very simple collision detection in my Sprite class. So def is collision self collision self comma other. And how am I going to do this? Space Arena. Oh man, Space Arena is on hold for a while. It's been on hold for a while. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Is collision. So how do I do this? Okay, I gotta calculate the distance. So distance. So distance equals. All right. Well, here. How do I do this? All right. So x. Say x equals self.x minus self other dot x, y equals self dot y minus other dot y, distance equals x squared plus y squared, and I want the square root of that. This is just the Pythagorean theorem. I've explained this in multiple videos. Then we got to figure out. Okay. Oh, there you go. Coding made easy. Yep, you can do it that way. I'm just going to do it this way because this is the same as x squared. This is y squared, and this is the square root. So it's just a little bit simpler. I don't have to import math for that one. So if the distance, I'm going to leave 20 there for a second. Return true, else return false. Okay, now the problem is 20 is the default size. So it's going to be, actually it's 10. So it's actually 10 plus 10. And then it is going to be times self.size. So what I'm doing is I'm basically just calculating half the radius of each object, and I'm basing it on the default turtle size of 10, or of 20 pixels width. So now what I gotta do here? Okay, check for collisions. All right. Let's see, for Sprite in sprites. So if, let's see, I'll deal with the asteroids. So if is instance sprite asteroid, if sprite, let's see, player dot is collision. Sprite. Print. Boom. Let's see, player dies. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Elif is instance sprite. Ooh, yeah, I'm really messing this up. Okay. If missile dot is collision sprite. Not sure what a bar is. I'm trying to use my fast touch. Trevor, not really sure. It's about 8 here, probably another 20, 25 minutes maybe. Print asteroid dies. All right. So I'm just checking to see if these collision things work. And I'll say missile dot active equals false. All right, I'll say let's do player dot active equals false. I usually teach the turtle. We don't really get into pandas. We do arrays, of course, but we don't do pandas. It's too advanced for my students. Okay, well, the player died. That's a good sign. So that's working. The problem is the asteroid is starting at the same spot, so I'm going to say asteroid dot x equals 100, asteroid dot y equals 100. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so let me pull that up on the screen. So you can see we got an asteroid. Let's see, shooting the missile. Good, didn't touch. Let's try and kill the asteroid. Okay, asteroid dies. And let's see if the player dies. Boom. Fantastic. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, very. You had bar, not var. Yeah, I'll put the code up later once it's done. Let's see here. Oh, can I copy it in the chat? I don't know if I can even copy it. That's a good question. Let's see. Can I type that in there? Probably loses the format. Okay, yeah, you can only do 200 characters in the chat. Sorry. Okay, let's see here. I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's not too bad for 30 minutes. Okay, let's deal with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and deal with this. So let's give the player 3 lives. So player self.lives equals 3. And player.lives minus equals 1. We lose a life. Let's say print. Let's see, it's to string lives. Player.lives. And if the player lives is less than or equal to 0, player dies. Player.active equals false. All right, let's try this. And player.x equals 0. Player.y equals 0. All right, so if we collide with an asteroid, the player loses a life and goes back to the center. Let's see if we can get that working. How much do I get paid? How should I get paid for what? This or my job? Okay, asteroid dies. Good sign. Okay, 1 life left. 2 lives left. Yeah. Okay, 2 lives left. And there's no mods. Usually I don't need it too much. Not too many numbskulls here. Usually. And player dies. Okay, so we got 3 lives working. I'm pretty happy with this. How are we going to do the lives thing? I'm going to think about that. Oh, we got to do score for my job. Do you think I would tell you that information? I mean, I'm not embarrassed or anything. It's just not something you tell people. Let's see here. Let me think about this for a second. How much money do you make? What a weird question. Let's see here. Okay, let me go back to real quick the original Asteroids. So you can see how, like, in the top left corner we got a score, and we've got like 3 ships showing like how many lives you have. So let's go ahead and do the score quick. Title slide back to main screen. We didn't do score yet, so player.score. So when the game starts, the player's score is, of course, 0. Let's say when you shoot an asteroid, your player.score plus equals 10. Let's say you get 10 points, and we'll say print player score. Player.score. And I'm using F string there. All right, sweet. Now, asteroid dies, missile active equals false. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Oh, I made a mistake here. Is collision sprite. Actually, the missile has to be active too. Missile.active. And it has to collide with the sprite. Okay. Let's see here. Actually, let's see. Okay, actually, that's just not a polite question. You can Google that kind of stuff. All right. Oops, something's. Okay, that's that wrong. Somewhere it went wrong. Cell.active. Using the wrong name? Now, why is that not working? Oh, Trevor, that's actually a pretty good idea. But the way this is working, it's not possible to hit yourself with a missile because I guess it's possible you could run into it. Yeah, Cody, I'm working on that. That's coming up. Let's see here. Asteroid dies. Missile.active equals false. Why is that not working? Missile.active, because yeah, why is that not should be working? Ooh, player died. That's not good. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry, I always do that a lot. Okay, it is working. Okay, asteroid dies. Okay, good. All right, so if the asteroid dies, so the active was false. And for now, I'm just going to move the asteroid somewhere else. Asteroid.goto. For now, I'll just move to 100, 100. We'll fix that in a bit, maybe. Ashwin, you really want to know the answer to that question. There's only one answer to that question, and it is practice. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Asteroid.x equals 100. Asteroid.y equals 100. That's really bothering me not having goto, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the Sprite class. Def goto self x, y self.x equals x, self.y equals y. Okay, let's go back down and put that back where we had it. So I'm going to say player.goto 0, 0, and Dot go to 100 comma 100. All right, let's try it again. Okay, that's dead. Oh, I should. Ooh, little bug there. I should make the player stop moving. Really? Fudge. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna fix some of this stuff later. Okay, that's kind of working. Okay, so far so good. And yeah, I can append missiles to a list. That's not a bad idea. But for now, I'm just going to do one. So let's go ahead and just do multiple asteroids. So let's see here. Create. Eventually, we need to like make a level. So 4 in range 5. Okay. And let's go ahead and do this. So sprites equals append player. Yeah, no, this is getting uglier and uglier as we go on. Sprites append missile, and we don't need that anymore. Just have to put that second, and so the first two will be the. This doesn't matter, but it makes more sense. And let's see here, asteroid. Okay, we're gonna do some random. Yeah, Mr. Yeats, you're not wrong. I'm just being lazy. Yeah, and Trevor, you're right. Yeah, I'm just being lazy. I will fix that. What was I doing there? I got off subject there. Oh yeah, we need a random module. So import random. Alrighty. So go to, let's see. Well, here's what I'm going to do. X equals random dot rand int. It is RANDINT. So we'll say negative 250 to 250, and actually no, it should be 350. Well, I'll do 375. 375 to 375 because it is 800 wide. Y equals random dot rand int. Like that 275, negative 275 to 275, and we'll say asteroid dot go to xy. X comma y. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna say dx equals random dot rand int. And what we'll do is we want it from 0. Well, yeah, we want it from 0 to 10. Actually, maybe 1 to 10. But the problem is we don't want it to be that high, so we're going to divide it by, I'll say 20.0. That should do it. And copy dy. And dx equals dx dy. And we actually do want these to be negative, sorry. So negative 10. I'm sure the math is off somewhere, but let's try it, see what happens. They're going to be really moving fast. Then we're going to do sprites.append. I gotta say, I'm really impressed and appreciative people that are watching and people that are keeping up with what I'm doing, because I know I'm going really, really fast. And like I said, it's not a tutorial, it's kind of speed coding. Asteroid. Rocket's back. Thanks. What do you mean, Rocket? Not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, coding made easy. We could do something like that. I don't think we need to thread it, though. I think it could be done without that. But Anyway, okay, there we go. Ooh, that's asteroids. Let's see if we can shoot them. Okay, I got the asteroid. Now the asteroid didn't die. What am I doing wrong here? Jeez, this is really hard. I'm not sure why. Come on. Okay, well, just missed. Alrighty. Oh, that'd be interesting, actually, but I don't really know how to do that one, to be honest. It's not with AI. You probably program it without too much trouble. Let's see, -5. I think they're moving a little too fast. The other thing I want to try here is I want to make the size random as well. So let's say size equals random.randint. We'll say, because we want 1 should be 10 bigger. So let's try 30. 0, no, 10 to 30 divided by 10.0. All right, let's try that. Oops, that was dumb. And asteroid.size. And again, I should put this into a method too, and I'm sorry, but I'll do that eventually. Equals size. Okay, there we go. Now we've got different sizes of asteroids. Collisions aren't quite working, as you can see. I think there's something wrong with my formula. I think message retracted is somebody cancel it themselves. Message deleted would be if I deleted it. Okay, so something's wrong with this. It's other self.size plus other.size. Okay, that's why. Yes. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it. Okay, so here's my little... Oh, it's driving me nuts. Okay, I'm going to fix that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is... let me do this. I'm going to make a special render method for the player class because it's the only object that's not... Do I want to do it that way? Yeah, I'll just do it that way. All right, so shape size, self.size, and I think it's going to be divided by 2.0. All right, let's try that and see what happens. There we go. Okay, so now the spaceship is facing in the correct direction. Okay, and the asteroids are... Now, of course, the asteroids should be breaking apart at this point, but they're not. That's a whole other issue. Do you every time have to play games? Me? No, I don't really play a lot of games. Okay, this is working out better than I thought. Let's go ahead and see, it's almost an hour. That's about what I want to devote to this, but let me do one more thing here. Saves. So draw, score, and lives. Okay, so going back to the original program, you can see in the top left you got the score and you've got the lives there. So I'm going to see if I can do that. I don't know if I can. Well, score is easy. So draw score. So it's pen.goto. That's going to be about -300. No, about -350. And what's that going to be about 275? It's pen dot right f score. No, it's just a number. It's going to be quote player score. And I think it's false. And then font equals Courier new. I'll make it 18, and I think normal is what we want. See what happens. Really? There just happens to be one asteroid not moving on top of the spot where I want it to go. Okay, now you see how everything's really slowed down at this point. And that is really weird. well, the score is going up. Now, why is that one asteroid? Ah, okay. Why is that doing that? Every time you do that, it's a mess. Yeah, I could do that coding made easy. But what I really want to do is eventually get the how can I say it? Get the I want to be able to restart the game, so I don't want to exit it at this point. Go to. Why is it doing that? Sprite update. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't. Pen that go to. Ah, okay, I gotta do sprite.update first. That makes more sense. Typo? Maybe. We'll see. No, it still didn't work. Why is it doing that? This has gotta come up first, maybe? Okay. Now you can see how it's just really not doing well. Updating the score, it just really slows things down. So there's a way around that, but so we're going to comment that out and do that another time. But I do want to do the lives, so I'm going to try the things there. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to try copying that. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. All right, so for I in range length, no, for I in range player.lives. Okay, pen.goto. I'll try negative 350 again. Negative 350. To 25. Pen.shape triangle. And I know I need to fix this later. Triangle. Pen.set heading to 90. That's up. Pen.stamp. Plus 30 times I. All right, I think this is gonna work. Yes. Now it's really, really big. All right, I know what I gotta do here. Pen dot shape size. Pen dot shape size. I'll make it 0.7. 0.7, 0. All right. Okay, that's kind of what we wanted. So you can see up there is the lives. Okay, I can shoot. I'm not sure why that asteroid didn't go anywhere, but I'm shooting it. Oh, there's definitely something wrong with that. Oh, I know I did it wrong. Okay. I'm going to run into that, and my lives should go down. Okay, sweet. Lives are going down. Sweet, I'm happy with this. Down here, I made a little boo-boo. It says asteroid.goto. This should be sprite.goto. Alrighty. Alrighty, so there it's working. Okay, I guess I can live with this. Not bad for an hour. Oh, geez, the player the player died really badly there. Okay, let's see here. And we'll say we're gonna move the asteroid. So we're gonna do the sprite dot go to 100, 100. And we gotta update that later. Yeah, could you guys not do that, please? I see what you're trying to do, and I understand it's nothing malicious, but I have young students as well that watch my stuff, so. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Well, I think I'm happy with this. I think this is pretty good for a 1 hour code marathon. I don't know what you want to call it. Sprint. Yeah, let's have we hit 0 lives. Nothing probably. Okay, player dies. Game over. And Asteroids continues on and on and on. Oh, actually, thanks. That's good information. I did not know that. Okay, so I will update the thing below with the link to this particular code. It'll be in my GitHub, and I'll put an Asteroids folder there now, and I'm going to call this part 1. I don't know when I'll get to part 2. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, a couple days, and then I'll be back and see how my schedule goes. So anyway, thank you. No worries. And so thanks for everybody for tuning in. Again, I really do appreciate it. Especially thank you to my members. So if you're able to, join the channel down below. Also subscribe, hit the bell, whatever you can do. Thumbs up, comments, much appreciated. And yeah, hopefully I'll get back to this at some point. But I just kind of wanted to show, a little bit of what you can do, in an hour, and go from there. So thanks so much for stopping by, and have a good one. Take care, everybody. Ciao.